Good afternoon. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the George Washington Carver High School U.S. Army Junior ROTC under the leadership of Sergeant Michael Walker, followed by the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting
You may please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the members of the dais, graduates, Trenholm State's faculty and staff, distinguished guests, and to the family and friends of our graduates who are joining us in person and virtually today. We welcome you to our commencement ceremony honoring the 2022 graduates of H. Council Trenholm State Community College. Our graduates have reached a momentous milestone in their lives, and indeed, we congratulate you. Please allow me to introduce our distinguished platform. Beginning to my immediate left on the front row, Dr. Kimber Chambers, President. Our commencement speaker, Chef Reginald Washington. Reverend Richard Williams, pastor of Metropolitan United Methodist Church, Montgomery, Alabama. Dr. Brad Fricks, Executive Vice President. Ms. Carolyn Millender, Director of Adult Education. To my immediate right, Dr. Charles Smith, Dean of Community Engagement and Grants. Dean Danny Perry, Dean of Career and Technical Education and the FAME Coordinator. Dr. Tracy Carter, Associate Dean of Allied Health. Dr. Nakia Robinson, Dean of Instructional Services. To my immediate left on the second row, Mr. Ruben Bice, Division Chair of Automotive Technology and Transportation. Dr. Tenny McBride, Director of Records and College Registrar. Mr. Kenneth Ward, Division Chair for Computer Information Systems and Business. And to my immediate right on the second row, Mr. Danny Carton, Division Director of Automotive Advanced Manufacturing. Ms. Ronica Thomas, Division Director of General Education and Transfer. And Ms. Sharon Watts, English instructor and our mace bearer. We will now be joined by Reverend Richard Williams, pastor of Metropolitan United Methodist Church, to provide the invocation, followed by a welcome from our Executive Vice President, Dr. Bradley Fix.
Let us look to our source. Oh God, we come this day saying thank you. We thank you for this day, a day that we've never seen before. God, we thank you for this world that you have placed leaders in a place called Trenholm, where students could gather and they could learn. And so, Lord, as they depart from this learning experience, we pray that they would enter into a world where the weak are protected, where none will go hungry or be poor. May even these graduates, God, bless us with their talents and gifts that you have given them. May we be safe during this season as we celebrate this world, the gifts that we see before us. A world where students can grow in faith and their studies. A world where political leaders and conscience are not purchased, but are willing to serve. God, allow these graduates to dream in a world where different races and cultures can live in harmony with mutual respect. A world where peace is built with justice, and justice is guided by love and not by racial discrimination. Give us this inspiration and give us courage to be who you called us to be. And God, may you continue to bless Trenholm State Community College and the leadership of President Chambers. It's in your name we do pray. Amen.
Congratulations, Trenholm State Community College graduates. It is indeed an honor for me to welcome you this afternoon and to bring greetings and best wishes from the Trenholm State Community College administration, faculty, staff, the student body. We want you to know that we are all so very proud of each and every one of you. You've persevered through obstacles and challenges to get to this point in your lives. You demonstrated a zeal for overcoming those challenges, and for that, we applaud you. As you end this part of your journey at Trenholm State, I want you to really think about all of the doors of opportunities and possibilities that are opening before you. And this afternoon, we celebrate the commencement of that next journey of deciding what those opportunities and possibilities are. We really do celebrate your achievements this afternoon with you. We applaud your success, and we encourage you to continue pursuing your education, your dreams, and your hopes. And we wish each and every one of you much success in life. Again, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Williams, for providing a beautiful invocation, and Dr. Freaks for your warm-hearted welcome. Hello, graduates. It is indeed a pleasure to be in front of you today. We are so very proud of you. And as we continue on the program, I have the honor of bringing the introduction to our wonderful speaker today. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Chef Reginald Washington. With a love of hospitality, Chef Washington was lured at an early age into the culinary world when his passion for the industry and food was recognized and has shaped his style and depth of knowledge for over 25 years. Beginning as a student at the Trenholm State Community College, Chef Reginald Washington started developing his passion for culinary. With a wealth of operational and culinary experience, Chef Washington has introduced his enticing mix of tastes, aromas, and sensations to the kitchens of Southern National in Mobile, Alabama, One Flew that's at the South Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, Marriott Marquis, Colony Square Hotel, Hilton Hotel, Atlanta Hyatt Regency, and as executive chef to the first family of Alabama Governor Fob James. Additionally, Chef Washington held the honor of combining his rich passion for Southern-inspired cuisine and Southern hospitality to guests at the Masters Tournament in Augusta, Georgia, as executive chef at Club Magnolia. Chef Washington, a 2019 James Beard nominee for Best New Restaurant, Southern National, as well as his business partner, Chef Dwayne Neuter, 2020 James Beard nominee for Best Southern Chef, have received distinguished honors for their culinary endeavors. Additionally, Southern National was recently named to the New York Times 2022 50 Best list. With an enthusiastic approach to the entire dining experience, Chef Washington gives the utmost care to each aspect of the process at Sanat Hospitality Group. Directing the operations for Sanat Hospitality Group, he oversees staffing, management, and day-to-day operations to ensure that every element is consistent with the organization's brand and focuses on the complete dining process to the customer. In his role, Chef Washington strives to provide the best dining experience using age-old methods combined with sophisticated culinary techniques. Chef Washington also directed the operations for the national acclaim One Flew South, in which the restaurant was honored as a 2014 and a 2015 James Beard Award nominee for outstanding service. Without further ado, I introduce to you Chef Reginald Washington.
Good afternoon, everyone. Don't worry, I'm not breaking out a test on you guys here. I am really humbled to be here today. Dr. Chambers, thank you so much for that warm welcome. And so much is going in my mind right now. I've lived here in Montgomery for quite a few years. Of course, attended school here at Trenholm. And everything I wanted to say in this speech kind of got just diverted because I've been in this city for 48 hours, and it's just been humbling to be back. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it out. I'm a big crybaby, but that's okay. I think I'm done with that now. I want to, when I thought about coming here and was asked by Dr. Chambers to do this commencement speech, a lot of things went through my mind. This is my first one. And my biggest audience besides, and then I thought about it, I was like, I have served over probably 10 million people in my life, just through the restaurants that I've been associated with. And I had to ask myself, the first thing I wanted to say is, why am I here? And I made some cue cards so it helped me just go along, and I won't be rambling up here about my life, but I just want to share those with you. I'm here because of an earthquake. And I'm here because of an earthquake. 1994, I was living in California, Los Angeles, and they experienced the strongest earthquake in the United States. I moved to Los Angeles trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I graduated from high school in Mobile, Alabama, and I didn't graduate in 1994, but, took a few years off, and moved to Los Angeles trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. I knew I was into the arts, I knew I was creative, but I hadn't really touched that, so I got a couple jobs in Los Angeles. I was working living in the San Fernando Valley, and I was, which is probably 30 miles outside of Los Angeles. And so I got a job working at Starbucks in the morning, and then I didn't have a car, so I would catch the bus to my next job. I worked at a Mexican restaurant. And so had those two jobs. It was a typical day, got off work, came home, super tired, because I was burning it hard. I'm a southern boy from Alabama, so all I knew is work hard. So I was doing that, and about 4:30 that morning, I got thrown out of bed. And the furniture, everything, my bed flipped over. This was the strongest earthquake ever in the United States. So the first thing popped in my mind, I know I had been trained and talking to friends, hey, what do? You get in the door frame of the building. And so I quickly got into the door frame, which was actually, the foundation. And when I say the door frame, which is the strongest point in the house, I found myself thinking about my life, thinking about everything I had gone through and what I was trying to seek out. And at that moment, I was like, man, what is going on? It finally stopped shaking, and I just felt some wetness from my waist down. So I'll leave your imagination to think what was going on. And I tell that story because it's part of my story. And at that moment, I was like, what am I doing with my life? And so from there, 2 weeks later, I never forget, my sister said, you going back to Alabama, aren't you? And I was like, right, yeah. And so, when I talk about that foundation, the true values of your studies you can't realize today. You're not going to. Trenholm was my foundation. Part of my success made me who I am today. There's a class, and I don't know if for any of you in the culinary department, there was a class called Principles of Menus, Managing Profitability in Food Service Operations. Anybody take that class here? All right. So that class dealt with basics of foods, science, math, figuring out how many ounces in a cup, all those kind of things. One of the boringest classes I could have ever taken, because I was like, man, when are we going to cook? That's what I want to do. I want to cook, get in the kitchen. So at that moment, I didn't realize it. But that class, along many others, were the foundation for my life and what I do right now. And I convert that to what I do every day. I'm opening up a new restaurant in the Atlanta airport this fall or this winter. And now I don't look at ounces and cups. I look at, okay, it's 6,000 square feet. How many bar stools do I need in that restaurant to generate X amount of dollars in order for me to be profitable? And each bar stool, I can tell you right now, is 60 grand. So I need 12 bar stools to generate that part. That's what it's about. And now, and you're gonna find that all of you graduates out there, you know, whether it's in nursing, whatever you're doing, you're gonna find that those are those fundamentals, that foundation that you're gonna need. But, you know, knowing Reginald Washington, that's not enough for me. I wanted greatness, greatness. How do you know if you're doing great? Is it about revenue? Is it making a living for yourself or your employees? Is it customer satisfaction? Is it also professional recognition? As Dr. Chambers mentioned to you, me and my team, our culture, we've been fortunate enough to be nominated semifinalists 4 times for the equivalent, and I guess to make it easy for everyone, the James Beard Awards is a governing body that your peers look at you as excellence in your industry. Everybody's familiar with the Grammys. Everybody's familiar with the Academy Award. If I walk in a room with peers, they look at me as such. And I don't say that because of how it makes me feel. It's how they recognize me. And when we talk about greatness, you know, I strive for that, going beyond what I'm do every day in my business. And how do you become great? Just recently, my business partner and I visited a cattle farm outside Savannah, Georgia. At that cattle farm, they raise cows, Angus beef, Wagyu beef. Those cows get taken better care than we take care of ourselves. As soon as they're born, they get a chip implanted in their ear so they can monitor what they eat, how much they eat, and what, you know, their whole life process up until the day that they're getting ready to go to market, and they do a CAT scan on these cattle to check the marbleization, so the fat content with the protein content, and that's how you get a great steak. But from what I learned with that is that I can come back to my guests, to my staff, to the employees, give them that information, and now they're equipped to give that guest a better dining experience, to educate my staff, to educate themselves. It's part of greatness. There was a segment on 60 Minutes many years ago, not many years ago, but I think it was Tom Ed Bradley was interviewing Bill Gates, who was the richest man in the world at that time. And we know Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos have surpassed him quickly. But in that interview, and I challenge this to you guys because it's big for the rest of your career, no matter what field you're excelling or graduating in today. And he asked the question, he said, "You're the richest man in the world. If you had one piece of advice for Americans, what would you tell them?" And Bill Gates sat back and he thought, he said, "You know what? I'd probably tell them to travel." And he was like, "Travel?" And he said, "Exactly." He said, "If people travel, we would have better health care for ourselves and insist on that. We would hire better people. We would treat people differently." He also stated, "And if we travel, we probably wouldn't vote for the people that we vote for." And I know I get some amens on that. So it's you know, that's greatness within itself with what you do and what you achieve now. Keep striving for that. But once again, myself, greatness is great, but how are you displaying that to everyone else? And that's because you got to be on a mission. What is your mission? In the hospitality industry, you know, I always call it, people say, "What's my secret sauce?" The secret sauce is not in the sauce, it's in the people. Always in the people. You know, in the hospitality industry, I have a mission, but really I call it my ordained ministry, you know? And when I call it my ministry, that's because I don't look at food the way everybody else does. You know, my business partner always says, we ain't selling food, we selling a lifestyle. You know, I want people to come in my restaurant as they did when I walked in, you know, my first Starbucks. And it's like, why are you putting the lounge chairs there? I remember they used to tell us what music to play. You know, what putting all the coffee mugs up front so people see them, things like that. And there is a selling part of that, but it's also in what is their mission. Their mission was to change the way you drink coffee and a communal environment for people. You know, there's the Schultz who started Starbucks. He quoted one time, he said, I want people to think of Starbucks and be synonymous with 3 places: home, work, and Starbucks. That's what I want them to think all the time. And I want to tell one other story before I conclude. There was one of my favorite employees. Her name is Sabrina. She came to our restaurant in Mobile from Colorado, and we have a pretty extensive bar program, and she wanted to get on the bar from day one. I want to be a bartender, you know, watching too much TV, thinking, she's going to be all of that. And she was a great, great employee. And during the COVID, we went from 20 employees to 3. Sabrina was one of them. I would never let her get on the bar because she wouldn't go and take that special effort to really learn more and educate herself. And at that moment, you know, because we had more one-on-one time, and she took it upon herself to go and start reading books. I started ordering books, putting them on the bar. She'd pick them up and take them home. Sabrina now is a beast on the bar. And that was my mission, to lead people and to educate them and show them the way so they can progress themselves. Albert Einstein says, a bartender is just a pharmacist with limited inventory. A couple more quotes I'd like to speak today. Danny Meyer, who started Shake Shack restaurants. I don't know if you're familiar with those. Gramercy Tavern, some big time. I mean, he's the godfather of American restaurants and a billionaire. He's the one that started Open Table, online ordering, all that kind of stuff. And he says, hospitality exists when you believe that the other person is on your side. That's hospitality. And I don't want to, hopefully I'm not overwhelming you with my world, but it fits so much into your world. Because all of these things would do 2 things. And remember this, it'll get you hired and it'll get you fired. Those 2 things. My last quote I'd like to leave you is from Charlie Trotter, and he's a famous chef, one of my business partner's mentors. This cat was bad. I mean, probably one of the greatest American chefs out of Chicago. And this is fitting for you guys here today on your graduation. I've always looked at it this way, he says. If you strive for perfection and all-out assault on perfection, at the very least, you will hit a high level of excellence. And then you might be able to sleep at night. To accomplish something truly significant, excellence has to become a plan. In conclusion, I say to you graduates, go live your lives. For me, the start of my journey, the call of my action, was an actual earthquake. And this will also be the case with you. There will be many earthquakes in your life, small, big. You can get fired, your business can go bust, you can lose a valued employee or even a loved one, but what matters is how you cope with each of these earthquakes, how you see them to become always better at what you do. And this is what I want to tell you today. This is what I want you guys to remember. This is the next time you go through an earthquake or a challenge or take a step out into the world, first, remember your foundation. You will find safety in being strong at your basic skills. 2, greatness. And to get there, get out the kitchen. Get out of your rim of where you live. Travel, meet people, go places, find new inspirations to bring back at your workplace or your business. And 3rd, mission. Because ultimately, this is the meaningful trace you will leave on this planet, your legacy to other people. For me, it's about people growth and leadership. For you, find your own calling and keep it always at the North Star. Finally, I want to thank the faculty, especially the students, for bearing with me these few minutes in my cue cards. I wish you success in personal, professional journeys. And what I mean by success is I wish you to grow through all the earthquakes in your life. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chef Reginald Washington, for delivering a wonderful commencement address to our graduates. We certainly appreciate and thank you for being with us on this special occasion, and I ask you to please come forward so that we can present you with a small token of our appreciation.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
Let's please give Chef Washington another round of applause. Now we'll have a musical selection by Trenholm State Community College Choir.
Trenholm State Community College takes great pride in honoring and recognizing the academic success and achievements of our students. This afternoon, we pause to recognize several of our graduates who have excelled academically during their enrollment. Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society is a prestigious honor society for community college students seeking a degree or certificate attainment and have earned a minimum of a 3.5 grade point average at induction. Graduates who are members of Phi Theta Kappa are wearing gold stoles and gold and blue honor cords this afternoon. Will the members of the Beta Phi Phi chapter of Phi Theta Kappa please stand? Don't be shy. The All-Academic Team is a scholar program of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the Alabama Community College System. The All-Alabama Academic Team recognizes students with a grade point average of 3.5 or higher for their academic accomplishments, outstanding leadership, and those who have excelled in their intellectual talents beyond the classroom, and service to the college and the community. Will the members of the All-Academic Team please stand? All right. The National Society of Leadership and Success provides a life-changing leadership program that helps students achieve personal growth, career success, and empowers them to have a positive impact in their communities. Students are inducted yearly after completing a minimum of 12 credit hours and earning a 2.5 grade point average or higher. Graduates who are members are wearing gray and black stoles and honor cords. Will the members of NSLS please stand? Phi Beta Lambda is the largest career student business organization. The focus of the organization is to bring business, industry, and education together in a positive working relationship through innovative leadership and career development programs. Students seeking a degree or certificate and earning a 2.0 grade point average are inducted. Students can earn awards after completing established number of community service hours and collegiate service hours. Graduating members of Phi Beta Lambda are wearing gold and blue stoles and honor cords. Will the members of Phi Beta Lambda please stand? Among us today are those currently serving in the U.S. military, those who stand ready in reserve, and veterans who have served in the defense of our nation. As a part of the commencement regalia, the graduating veterans are wearing red, white, and blue honor cords as a distinction for having served in the armed forces of the United States of America. Will all military graduates please stand to be recognized for your achievement? Please join me in congratulating all of these deserving scholars and celebrating their achievements.
It is such an honor to be recognized for your accomplishments, and we are extremely proud of you and your achievements as students of Trenholm State Community College, and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Let's give them another round of applause. Okay, so this is the very exciting time right now. Yeah. So graduates, I ask that as we begin this very important part of the commencement, that as your name is called, that you will proceed to the stage, show your name to the announcer to receive your degree and or certificate, take a picture, then you will proceed back to your designated seat. Got it? All right. I will now be joined by Ms. Carol Millender, Director of Adult Education, to present our adult education candidates for graduation.
Will all candidates in the adult education program come forward to be awarded your general educational or high school diploma degree?
Adult Education Division, Rayvon S. Abad. Sharberta A. Gregory. Samuela Gunn. Zankivia Hamilton. Maya Holly. Jihad Huntington. Christina Cannon Harsey. Michael J. Harsey, Jr. Michael Williams, Jr. Bronta T. McDade. Bettina S. McGee. Ethan Lewis. Noah Nichols. Joseph Nickerson. Jessica Ponder. Randy Rogers. Shaquisha Stubbs. Tamara Taylor. Jaquan Thompson. Let's give another round of applause to our adult education graduates. Congratulations to each of you, and we look forward to you continuing your education at Trenholm State, as you are always a part of Trenholm State family. I will now be joined by Dr. Nakia Robinson, Dean of Instructional Services, to present the candidates for graduation.
We will now conduct the presentation of candidates for graduation. Will all candidates for graduation please rise? That's you. All right. President Chambers, it is my honor and pleasure to present the candidates for graduation from H. Council Trenholm State Community College. By the recommendation of the faculty and the verification by the college registrar, these students have successfully fulfilled their course requirements for their respective degrees and/or certificates as outlined by the Alabama Community College system. Based on the recommendation of the faculty, I present these candidates for their awards.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Alabama and the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees, as president of H Council Trenholm State Community College, and upon your having completed all the requirements for graduation as set forth by H Council Trenholm State Community College, and upon accepting the recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer each of you the degree and/or certificate with all rights, privileges, and responsibility appertaining thereunto. Congratulations, graduates. And now we will proceed.
Alondra Chappelle. Kirsten Childs. Bailey Dismukes. Lauren Owens. Elacia Pearson. Taylor Steinke. Chloe Sethuil. Maggie Thomas. Caitlin Tyson. Kaylin Williams. DeCavius Powell. Jalen Jackson. Jamiria Ruth. Ariana Thomas. Arnaya Lyman. Shakiria Hill. Arlanda Jones. Remika Leonard. Shaquita Eford. Olivia Tatum. Hannah Kincaid. Jessica Moore.
Ariel Gant. Kaidia Young. Registered Nursing, Tiara Bezar. Shankesia Hunt. Janae Means. Tamara Jackson. Crystal Seals. Chantel Williams. Ricky Wilson. Yahira Carlisle. Malik Hibley. What's your first name? Richard Wanzi. Bianca Reed. Alexis Miles. Josie Gray. Faith Stanford. Jada Harris. Christian Chappelle. Tierica Rogers. Zykira Rudolph. Melissa Del Mastro. Ronique Cage Washington. Savannah Carty. Nadia Al-Khattab. Kiara Turner. Michelle McDaniel. Brian Ardane. Kendall Salary Jr. Clayson Mobley. Amy Keith. Lakia Kimber. Miranda Smith. Antajane Hall. Kalia Miles. Tierra Bedgood. Ebony Johnson. Tiffany Rawls. Ebony Jones. Jayla Kane. Ladaria Harris. Angela Jackson. Blondine Webb. Tyler Sledge. Quandarius Jenkins. Keldrick Parafor. Mary McInish. Michael Jackson. Destiny Woods. Christina Kamako. Brian Davis. Brandon Irby. Robert Menanga. Travion Jarrett. Jalen Scott. Vanessa Davis. Aaliyah Pitts. Madhu Shanda Surata. Tess Smith. Elise Lewis. Felipe Andura Ramal. Daniel E. Jenkins. Brent Hardy. Marcel Jones. Joshua Williams. Mooney. Christopher Mooney. Franklin Moore. Christiana Turner. Trevon Cheatham. Leah Richardson. Cody Reese. Kendria Baxter. Aronica Tolles. Darwin Tomas. Donovan Moreland. Joshua Vaughn. Kewan Jones. Zaria Barnett. Anthony Wilson. Janaya Sankey. Cortez Finnison. Caleb Harrison Alston. Tristan Jones. Electrical Christian Bivens. Tecumseh Whistle Brown. Tyshawn Richardson. Brandon Hughes. To Marcus Vinson. Cornell Jarrett. Marquise Broaden. Robin Harris. DeAndre Boswell. Teron Wilkins. John Cole. Justin Caver. Olivia Barnes. Nakaya Barnes, Backens. Kevin Caffey. Shapri Coley. Nation. Nashay Driver. Beatrice Forge. Joycelyn Heigler. Bobby Hatcher. Latanya. Latanya Lawrence. Okay. Chef Ronnie Parks. You chef too? You chef too? Chef Sharon Robinson. Chef Malaysia Rogers. You chef too? You chef too? Chef Lakeisha Tellis. Chef Demetria Thomas. Rubriana Thomas. Patricia. Chef Patricia Vaughn. Jeffrey Weaver. Quincy Jones. Faith Oliver. Maya Smith. Erica Stevens. Jeffrey Williams.
Okay, graduates, please rise. We congratulate our students and now call you official graduates of H. Council Trenholm State Community College. Congratulations, graduates. You may now turn your tassels to the left. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. Thank you, and you may now be seated. Graduates, you are now part of a special group of successful individuals who make up the Trenholm State's alumni. We are very proud of your accomplishments as we celebrate your first step to a promising future. We look forward to your continued support, and don't forget that you are our best recruiters. We ask that you please stay in touch with us to let us know what successful things that you have done. The sky's the limit for you, and always remember to give back of your time and contributions. We rely on you to help pave the pathway for generations to come that will follow you. As we close this great celebration today, I ask that all of Trenholm State employees please stand. I want to take the time to thank you all and all that you do for our students and in helping to make this commencement ceremony a joyous occasion. Thank you. I would also like to give a special thanks to all of our graduates' spouses, family members, friends, and others for your unwavering support to the graduates during this journey. I ask that all family friends please stand. Yeah, you better applaud for them. This is your support system, so thank you. In addition, I would like to recognize our special guest, our Trenholm State Foundation Board member, Mr. Benny Seawright, for joining us today, and all of our special guests and just supporting Trenholm State as we continue to move the college forward. Again, I would like to thank Chef Reginald Washington for such a stimulating and insightful speech. We appreciate you taking the time to share your special words with our graduates today. And this concludes our program. I ask that you remain standing until the graduates and platform guests have exited. Thank you.
Shall